H&M's ゲームス。
よいしょ。はい、どうも変態です。今回はですね、レッドリデンプションという PS3 のゲームをやっていきたいと思います。初見プレイでプレイするのでちょっとくだつくところがあるかもしれないですよ。ご了承ください。はい。じゃあ、アンデッドナイトの、まあちょっと、ハードコアでいきましょうか。ハードコアのセーブデータを使いませんと、作成してください。一応ですね、これなんか、セーブ自体の物語らしくてちょっと面白そうだなと思って買ってみました。クリスマスセールPS ストアで1000円ぐらいで買えたんで、楽しみですね、ちょっと。
For one, am grateful, Mrs. Bush, that they are finally bringing civilization to this savage land.
I could not agree with you more, my dear. My daddy settled this land, and I know he'll be looking down on us, pleased at how we help the natives.
Yes, they've lost their land, but they've gained access to heaven.
But, Father, do you mean unless an innocent receives communion, they're destined to go to hell? It hardly seems fair.
What I mean to say, Jenny, is that there is a great deal of difference between an innocent and a savage.
I never thought of it that way.
Yes, they lived like animals, but they're happier now.
Not only do people now have motor cars, Father, but I heard that pretty soon we will be able to fly.
No, only angels can fly, Jenny.
No, apparently people can fly. Didn't you hear? Out in Kansas, a man even got a car to fly.
I hardly think so, Jenny.
Apparently, Mr. Johns wants to run for governor, which is why he's so concerned with cleaning up the state.
Nate Johns.
Yes.
His family is nothing but hillbilly trash that came here after the war. I don't want to be judgmental, but this state should not be ruled by such a disgusting family. A family without class.
Apparently. John's family have made a lot of money, and he has a lot of friends in politics.
Mrs. Bush, money isn't everything. There are many things that money cannot buy.
It seems that money can buy voters, though.
What you must remember, my dear, is that we have been brought here to spread the word. And the word and civilization, they are the same thing. They are the gifts. It is the opportunity we have, the chance to live among people who are decent and who do not kill each other. And who let you worship in peace.
It's so confusing, Father. Sometimes I find it impossible to make the distinction between a loving act and a hateful one. I mean, they often seem to be the same thing.
Yes, Jenny, it is confusing. But you only have to ask me if you need help.
Indeed.
Well, here we are, Mrs. Bush. Armadillo.
はい。なんかね、列車に乗って、この主人公っぽい男がね、アルマス駅っていうところに着きました。よいしょ。アルマスですね。まず、なんか、なんとかのコスチュームはアンロックされましたって書いてある。アルマス駅。酒場の木って書いてあるな。酒場はどこだ？人のビザ。話しかけられない。飛んだ！なにこれ？お、すごい。何？操作方法は。ミニマップマーカーが、なんか、12だ。どうやって、L1 が装備ナイフ。で、R2 が攻撃。四角がジャンプ。お、これ登れんだ。すげえ。で、丸は何もない。バスが走るか。で、三角。何もない。で、ここに、赤羽。マークがついてたかな？おぉ。ごめんね、スワから人が。上から、スワから人が。話しかけれないかな？なんか。めっちゃもんつきたもんね、これ。めっちゃもんこれ。ほら。なるほどね。街の一つ。
Sometimes.
I'm Jake. Your friends from Blackwater hired me to guide you.
They ain't my friends. I'm pleased to meet you, Jake.
I got the horses saddled up and ready out front.
Hi. 主人公の名前がわかりません。マストンさん。男ですね。で、あの人の後について、馬のところまで行きましょう。めっちゃ乗ってくれ。フォートマーサーっていうところに行くらしいですね。馬に、三角で馬に。 で、どこだそれで、まあ、これはどこあ、あれですよ。こんな遅い。ミクコフトが、あ、長押しす、じゃあ。あ、ほんと。おー、すごいすごい。いいね、どこ行くの？荒くてね、今。
So it's Port Mercy you want to visit?
That's right.
Ain't taken nobody up to the port in a long time.
よいしょ。はえ！どこケーキのとこにもう一人。この人についていかないとダメ。
I doubt it. I ain't planning on staying very long.
Well, if you're fixing for some female company, you can do a lot worse than Armadillo. Fine as cream gravy they are. Not like Thieves Landing. Dang, those girls ain't even fit for a drinking man to hold up with.
I'm a married man, I'm afraid.
Ain't we all?
なんか一番変わりました。すごい。いやー、綺麗だね、これ。
Yeah. So it was the marshal who hired me. Lee Johnson. Do you know him?
I think I heard his name.
Says he got a telegram from some Blackwater big bugs asking for a guy. I guess it's none of my business.
That's right.
馬のスタミナは地図の横になるんですか？
You ain't very talkative, are you?
Nope.
I'm just chewing the dog, mister. It's how I am. I don't mean nothing by it.
Trust me. There's things you better off not knowing.
You don't look much like no Blackwater fella.
That's because I ain't.
If I'm being honest, I don't care much for those highfalutin big city types. Not much at all.
Blackwater ain't much of a city. More of a town with delusions, but no, me neither.
Deal.
ブラックウォーターにいるやつだとは大きなこと。都会にかぶれ
A
てない。
fella told me he was out in Blackwater a few months back and saw one of them newfangled carriages without horses.
Is that so?
And you wind him up like a clock. Damnedest thing he ever saw without the aid of liquor, he told me.
Times are changing fast. That's for sure.
車ですね。
Damn coyotes. What a waste of good meat. Almost there, Mr. Marston. Just over this hill.
額の見たい。額の見たかった。どこ
Come on.
どこ来た。行きたいよ。ここじゃないの。
Let's go.
よいしょ。
Whoa there. Let's go.
オートマ
Slow
ン。
down.
ここですね。
Listen, mister. This here is what's left of Fort Mercer. Some gang rode in and took the place over.
So I understand.
This is where we part ways, friend. You have yourself a good time.
ここから一人だ。どっかのギャングによって占領されてるらしいフォートマーさん一人で来てた。無理難題ですね、これ。なんかな。
Go.
バスバスでしょ。そこまでですね。 よいしょ。
I've come for you! Bill Williamson! Come out here right now!
Go away now, John. Don't make me kill you.
Nobody needs to kill anyone, Bill.
You must think I was born yesterday. You always did think I was an idiot.
That ain't fair, Bill. You were as my brother. I've come to try to save you.
Oh. Do I look like I need saving?
Bill, please. They want to kill us all. I can help you.
Well, you never tried to save me before. You only seemed to save yourself.
Bill, I implore you think about this.
You implore me? You implore me. You always were one for fancy words. Oh. Well, things are different now, John. Now I'm in charge. No more Dutch. And no more you. Implores. I implores you to go back and tell them to send someone just a little bit more impressive next time.
Well?
Oh. Poor John.
仲間を助けようとしてたんですね。この、マーストンさん。ただ、それが伝えてしまったと。その仲間に裏切られて撃たれたのかな？昔の仲間に撃たれて倒れてしまったところを、男女の二人組に助けられる感じですね。
Well, you're alive.
So it would seem.
So, how do you feel?
I don't know the polite word for it.
I do. Stupid is the word we use around here. What were you doing?
I was doing something stupid.
Well, you'll be okay. Once you didn't die, the doctor said you'd be fine. He got the bullets out a couple days ago.
Good.
It cost us $15.
I'm sorry, madam. Should have left me there to die.
Did you want to die? I mean, was that it? Was that why you went straight out to Fort Mercer and picked a fight with the worst bandit in the county? To die, Mr.
Mr. Marston. John Marston.
Bonnie McFarland. Miss Bonnie McFarland.
Well, you may be right, Miss McFarland. I don't know.
Huh. So what were you doing?
Trying to give Mr. Williamson a chance. For old time's sake.
You know Bill Williamson?
Knew him. Long time ago.
Well, what was he like?
Dumb.
just like you.
Thank you, miss. See my hat?
I have. And, what will you do now?
Now I'm gonna take my time and go after him the less kind way.
Well, that sounds very fun, Mr. Marston. Quite heroic, just like in those penny dreadfuls my brother used to read. Meanwhile, if you'll excuse me, I've got a ranch to run. Of course, if you're feeling better, why not take a ride with me later and help me patrol the perimeter? You can earn back some of that money we wasted on doctor's bills.
Of course. And thank you for saving my life, I mean.
Next time, Mr. Marston, I strongly recommend you don't try to lose it quite so earnestly.
I'll bear that in mind.
はい。まだ、痛む。ポニーさんと交流しましょう。入場見たい。何が来たんでしょう。何ですか。今と同じのかな、走り方。バツをちょっと長押しで走って。すごい走り方。痛い。よいしょ。結構な自由度ですね、これ。だぞ。ハードコアだぞ。これはどうやってなんだ。ギガン系から入ったの。すごい回復力だ。どこだ、こんにちは。出てきた。
Mr. Marston, back in the land of the living, I see.
Figured it's about time I started paying back that $15.
I sure can use an extra pair of hands around here. Let's see if we can get you back in the saddle.
ごめんなさい。私が何を言ってると。直しで。
There's the foreman's office. It's also where we lock up good-for-nothing outlaws, such as yourself.
I'm happy enough with my current quarters right now, Miss McFarland.
I picked out a fine horse for you. Giddy up!
少し馬になる。前の
Come
馬
on, time for you to see what a real ranch looks like. どういうポーションだ。ああ、長く。 To your right is the general store. You won't find Parisian high fashion, but it's good for the essentials.
Very convenient. I don't think I've ever seen a ranch with its own store before.
And here's the corral. This one's for the horses. What do you think?
I'm no expert, but it certainly looks like a fine corral.
I suspect you've stolen more horses than you've broken.
Now, where'd you get such an idea?
First impressions are hard to erase.
かなり第一印象が悪かったですね。
That's the train station. Things sure have changed since the line finally got finished, bringing in all sorts of new folk like yourself.
Is that such a bad thing?
Change is only good when it makes things better. Hold there!
こ
built it himself when I was just a little girl.
すごい綺麗。
And here we are, back at the house. Let's stop for a while before we head out on patrol.
You'll get no complaints from me, Miss McFarland.
津波柱のところに持っていけ。おいおいおい。さあ。こんな感じかな。これつなぐ。
Come on, this is the only chance you're gonna get to rest.
さっきのはポニーの上みたいですね。
Are you bored of the ranch already? How about a cold drink, Mr. Marston?
Thank you, ma'am. Getting shot then riding a horse seems to take it out of you. I could use a rest.
Sure. Come on in. I'll show you the house and then you can sit for a while.
Thank you.
Mr. Marston.
Miss McFarland.
Remember me telling you about the trouble we've been having with rustlers and other undesirables?
I do.
Will you help me keep watch on the property line this evening?
Sure.
I want to see just who is trespassing on our land.
This is a fine weapon.
Come, let's head out. The country is really beautiful at around this time. Come on, then. Let's mount up and take a look around.
無法者を取り締まる。リピーターカードっていう字ですね。さあ、夜だ。無法者を取り締まる。
Follow me. Keep your eyes peeled for
妙なことが
anything
起きてないか。
suspicious.
よく見て。
Come on.
Thank you, Mr. Marston. I feel a lot happier someone's along with me.
I feel a lot happier now I got a rifle.
Well, with your trigger itch and my feminine intuition, we should make quite a team.
いやー、ソーフは初めてだから、やばいな。
Look, those damn rabbits are at the crops again. Get down and give me a hand, will you? Come on, then. Time to put that bloodlust of yours to good use.
ソニタと始末。最初の獲物は、そのいつR で狙いにR。3だ。R に狙いにつけ。ちょっと待って。武器をまるで二度も。こうね、こう。エルンで、あれもう、あれなのか。ポニーさんが全部倒してくれたのかな。悲しい。
Let's get going. We've still got plenty of ground to cover.
やばい。ポニーさんね。
Yeah.
If it's not the rustlers stealing our cattle, it's the rabbits stealing our crops.
It ain't never easy living off the land like this. Maybe you should move to a big city. Become a lady of leisure.
出ないときはウサギに
Is that a coyote? Get those pests before they scare the livestock.
コヨーテしばきだよ。
That coyote won't be back.
Let's go.
Quick, they're going after the chickens.
出て。 マジか。いいんだ。なにこれ。スローモーション。あれ。くらいこのスローモーションは何？もう一人が。
Go! Let's go!
一体逃がしましたね、これ。
You know, you can actually handle a rifle.
It's something I've had a little experience in.
Maybe Bill Williamson did get lucky after all.
Luck didn't really come into it, miss.
スクランブラー
You're
ラ
a
イフルと
useful
かね。
man to have around the ranch, that's for sure. But don't think I've forgotten what brought you here. We'll do whatever we can to help you.
I sure appreciate that, Miss McFarland.
いやー、コンバットライフルとかスクランブラーライフルとかね、アサルトライフル撃っときよかったよ。
Here we are.
何これ。砂に柱に、砂に、そう。繋ぐ。
Thank you for your help, Mr. Marston. Makes me kind of happy I saved your life. Get some sleep and I will see you in the morning.
Good night, Miss McFarland.
自分のベッドに寝れば、ゲームをセーブできるし。そう。部屋のボックスから全部の弾丸を入れて、ほいほい。鉄塔はいじるってあ、レベルアップみたいな感じかな、これ。ボックスを見たい。そうか。ボックスを開けましょう。何があったらいいのか。金属の空気が完成した生地や、基本的に、コスチューム変化。サラリーマン風って言ってるわ。いいですね。カーボン。この場所は何？イベントですね。
Follow Charlie. He's a good one to sniff out trouble. Stay close to Charlie.
あ、そういうこと？犬と一緒にゲット。チャーリーよろしく。朝のテーマであらゆる犯罪阻止手段を問わない。手段を問わない。ほう。泥棒と こういう、あれだ。これもう、犬がとどめよ。最近変のどうしよう、それ。はい。やろうか。もう、マジで何も持ってない。探る。なんか、ギャングの服が、手に入れたんです。牛だ。牛。これ。これそうなんだよ、これ。よいしょ。あっちにしなかった。お金が増えましたね。名声がいいんや。ありがとな。これで、この子もいいか。よいしょ。もうなさそうなんで、とりあえず今日は、この辺で終わっときましょうかね。自分の家に戻って寝ましょう。ゲームセーブ。はい、というわけで皆さんお疲れ様でした。じゃあ、一番